Hello, welcome back to another episode of the Menswear Style Podcast. I'm your host, Pete Brooker, and today on the show, I'm talking to Adam Johnson. He is the founder and CEO of BeardGang Members. BeardGangMembers.com is the place you can go to look at the products, buy the products, and find out more about the brand. And their products gently cleanse, condition, and nourish hair and skin. They avoid sulfates, silicones, and other artificial ingredients to maintain harmony with the natural chemistry of the human body. They do this to maintain natural oils and to keep your hair and skin as healthy as possible. And to talk more about BeardGang Members is the founder, Adam Johnson. Well, on line one, I've got Adam Johnson. He is the founder of BeardGang Members. How are we doing today, Adam?
Yeah, brilliant, brilliant. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for coming on. It's nice to meet you. Adam, please give me an overview of the brand. Can you just tell me about what the inspiration was for starting the brand?
Yeah, so the main inspiration was really because I was trying to grow out my beard and I couldn't find any products out there that spoke to me. So I decided to create products that suited my hair texture, my hair type. And I wanted to create a brand that actually, people wanted to go and buy. They felt proud about using. When I was entering the beard grooming world, I didn't feel like there were any products out there that actually spoke to me or made me want to go and buy. And then when I did try some products off the shelves from like Boots and Superdrug, the quality wasn't that great. So I knew that was an issue with a lot of the products out there. And a lot of the research I did found that most people were so dissatisfied with beard care products that people just had no hope left. When I started selling beard oils to people, the first thing they came back with was, what's the point? None of them work. So I wanted to change that stigma and actually create something that people feel like works for them.
So tell me, what is different about your products? What did you have to go through? What's the process of getting your ones right to a place where you're happy with them?
Um, Again, I think it's just trial and error. I tried so many different combinations of oils, but the key ingredient that I use in all of my product range is hemp seed oil, which most brands out there don't use. Now, it's an amazing oil and it's an amazing product. It's so versatile. You can use hemp to make anything. You can, use hemp to make paper. You can build things with hemp. But the seeds of the hemp plant, they have some seriously incredible properties when you actually cold press them and and create it into an oil. So what I've done is I just blended that with oils that complement it, and it's had a remarkable impact.
And how come no one else is really capitalizing on hemp, especially in this area, in this market?
I think initially, because it was quite a difficult product to actually sell, simply due to the fact that the infrastructure was not set up for it. So, for example, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, my accounts was constantly getting shut down due to the algorithm picks up on hemp and thinks that I'm selling illegal products.
Right.
So I think that's probably one reason why a lot of businesses didn't do it, because you just incur so many issues with the social media marketing.
Right.
And then even bank accounts, I couldn't get a merchant bank. Shopify straight away declined my merchant processing
Oh, what a
on my
nightmare.
website just because of the nature of my product. So I've had to, go outside of the country for my merchant banking. So there are a lot of hurdles when you're dealing with hemp, and I think that's why most companies stay away from it. But I persevered and managed to find a way, and I think that's what's making a difference.
What about PayPal?
Yeah, PayPal, fine.
Oh, they're right.
so
Okay. Oh,
so
good.
when I first started the company, I could only accept payments through PayPal.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh God, they're a nightmare. I had a well, I just set up my own business a couple of months ago, but I didn't set it up through a PayPal business account, and so all of the money that was coming into my personal account, PayPal just shut down. And well, at first they asked for an audit, and I was on a cruise at the time, so I had to do like an audit in the middle of the Adriatic Sea, and they go, "Oh, thanks for that. Yeah, we'll reinstate your PayPal." Quickly withdrew all the money from it, and then they shut me down like minutes later. And I've now gone back to try and set up a business PayPal, and they say, "Oh, no, 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 we don't want to do business with you anymore." It's like, ah, come on. But I was only selling like maps, it's not like I was doing anything like firearms or
I know
anything like that.
it is a pain dealing with these payment processes. There's so many hoops to jump through.
Yeah, I feel your pain. So, I mean, So hemp, talk to me about hemp and why it is taboo and where we are with it now in this country. Is it decriminalized? Was it ever illegal?
So with the hemp, the problem is that I think most people don't understand the difference between the cannabis and the hemp. It comes from the same plant family tree, right? It's a marijuana plant. However, when you can branch it out into two different sections, and you've got your cannabis and you've got the hemp. And with hemp, you can't get high from smoking hemp leaves or you know. So I think there's a massive misconception in what the plants are used for. Um, in terms of where it's at now, in terms of like regulations, it's a perfectly legal drug.
Hmm.
So it's legal substance. CBD is now massively, sold everywhere. And all that is the seeds of the leaves of the plant used to make CBD.
Hmm.
So it's a different section of the plant you're using. But I think with the commercialization of CBD, that's helped in terms of, you know, build awareness around the actual plant in itself and the benefits it does have.
Right. So you have CBD and you have hemp. Both of these are like a non-toxic part of the plant in terms of it
Yeah,
doesn't carry any drugs or altercating things. But then it's just the THC, I guess, of the marijuana plant.
exactly.
So is that next? Can we get anything like THC in our beard oil? I guess they will shut you down for that, right?
They will, yeah. I mean, I think the UK will definitely legalize it at some point. They'll
Hmm.
probably follow the steps of a lot of the other European countries. Most of the European countries now you can legally buy THC, so I think we'll probably get there eventually. But
Oh,
I guess they just got to figure out a good way to tax it first.
Adam, you'll be on the front line for that with your
Oh
company
yeah,
there, right?
100%,
The new
100%.
range, BeardGang THC, it's finally here. Okay, well, talk to me about some of the other products then. So we have the oil. What else have you got in the range?
Yeah, so I started off with just one oil and a comb, and I sold that as a beard kit. That started to grow in popularity as I was, it was during lockdown as well, so people were growing out their beards, and I was able to show like, grooming routines using the products. Then branched out and created another two oils, and then another one which is in a similar style but fragranceless, basically. So I catered for everyone. And then on top of building that, I said, okay, I need to have like a beard wash, So that was the one part I was missing from my morning routine. So I created that. So we've got a beard shampoo and a couple of balms as well. So different fragrances or balms you can use. The balms are used as well as the oil or instead of. Some people prefer to use a balm. Some people prefer to use the oil. So I can cater for both. But in terms of your grooming routine, you should really use the oil and then a balm afterwards because it seals in all of the moisture.
Right. And what about the packaging as well? So you have to design all the packaging, or do you get outside people in for that? How does that work?
Yeah, no, so I designed it all myself.
Wow.
And yeah, funny story in terms of the logo. It's literally just a photo of my profile.
Huh.
Uh,
Oh, okay, yeah. So it's got like a side. Well, we'll put all the links on the show notes and the
yeah,
photos.
and
People
the
can
thing
see
is,
that.
it's literally when I was creating the brand and creating the logo, I used just generic images of a man with a beard profile, and I was creating all these designs, and I was just like, just none of it just feels right. None of it feels right. And I thought to myself, hold on a minute, let me just take a photo and see what my profile looks like.
Hmm.
And then did that, sent it to a caricature artist. He made it into a cartoon, sent it to a logo maker, and then we've created the logo out of it. So
Ah,
kind
nice.
of sort of outside the box way of doing things, but it worked out really well. And then I wanted like a clean, simple design, so I stuck with black and white or white and black even
Right. Okay. Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
scheme.
That's pretty cool. And yeah, I think a lot of the times with logos, people can just overthink them so much. I mean, I've been in I've had so many startup companies where the brand, the logo, and the packaging. I remember working in a shop in a fashion shop in Cambridgeshire. It was a startup shop, me and my best friend from school, and we had a team meeting for what color the carrier bags would be, and that meeting went on for about an hour. And we were like, I think we're just overcooking this, guys. Can we not just get on to selling it? Just
Mm.
start with something, get it out there, maybe have a soft launch, a limited release, and then if people like really, really love it and you feel like, oh, the logo's worked, we've kept it simple, there's always room to kind of do something else on a second or third or a different batch or another limited run, right? So
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
yeah, so keeping it simple, but looks good. Yeah, it looks cool. Um, so how long does it take to get something like this off the ground then, Adam? So like from the first time when the light bulb went off, how long did it take from then to get some products in your hand?
It was fairly quick, to be honest. This isn't my first business. I've been, entrepreneurial all of my life. This is the second business I've opened up. The first one was a gym wear company, and
Ah,
the process in terms of setting up was fairly similar. I ran that for a few years. Wasn't going exactly how I wanted to do, so I was just shut it down, focused on other things. So when I started up BeardGang, it all went fairly smoothly and quickly because I already had the experience, setting up a company before.
mm.
So I would say from when I decided that I wanted to do it to the first product being in my hand, it's maybe 6 months.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
about 6 months. Yeah, and to be honest, the majority of that time was just spent testing. I already had everything set up and ready to go. You know,
Wow.
the majority of that time was spent just testing different ingredients together, trying to come up with the right formula.
Testing it on yourself, or did you have a
Yeah,
bunch
I
of
was
mates?
I was the guinea pig.
So did you like, I mean, so if you have a lot of products to test, did you have, because your beard is quite voluminous, did you have like half on one side that you can test and then you go, right, I'm going to try the other half on the other side?
No, so but what I did basically is I just lived the products for a while. So if I'm testing out a sample, I'll just
Right.
use that and for maybe 3 weeks every day, see how my beard reacts to it. If I feel
Mm.
like my beard, and my beard is very challenging. It's thick, it's coarse, it's dry most of the time. So I felt like if I could create something that actually tames my beard, then it's gonna help most
Mm.
people out there because mine is probably one of the extreme cases.
Yeah. I guess the only danger with having a brand like this and you being kind of the front and center and the main guy behind it is that it's now your identity, right? So if you decide, God, I really just fancy shaving it off for, it's going to be hot when I go to Vietnam or wherever on holiday, you might think, "Fuck, I can't be dealing with a massive beard." So you do you feel like you're kind of now attached to the brand, to the beard? You're in it for the long haul, or are you
Oh yeah,
enjoying it?
most definitely. And do you know what? Like it was my intention anyway. I wanted to be the the main brand ambassador. I wanted, what I say about the brand to matter more than an influencer or a celebrity or anyone
Mm,
else. I wanted
mm,
my presence to be the main driving force because, if you haven't got a huge budget to work with, you can't afford to be paying influencers
mm,
and to have spokesmen like, and now I do have those things, but a lot of that has happened organically. You know, the people, the spokesmen that I have that are publicly speaking about my brand and my products, or that will create content with the products and put it out there to their own audience. They're doing it because they love the products. They're doing it purely off their own back, or even if I do have to pay them, they're not charging me what they're going to charge other people. Huge brands simply because they like the products and they respect it. But that had to come from me first. I had to be the main spokesman for it first.
yeah.
Um, but I feel like I've managed to get the message out there and put myself across well to the masses through social media and through adverts. Because again, you know, being the face of the brand means that I can just create all the content myself.
Yeah.
I don't have to pay someone else to create content. I don't have to pay someone else to do a grooming routine or this, that, and the other. I can do it all myself in my bathroom, keep the costs down. And the effect is going to be the same because when people see me on their screens, they associate it with an amazing beard or,
Mm.
being well groomed. So that's pretty much why. The only pressure I do have is making sure that my beard is always on point when I step out because
Yeah.
I can't have anyone see me out with my beard looking all scruffy. So
Yeah. Otherwise,
that's I'd say
they'll
the
be
only
throwing them
downside.
products in the bin. They'll be like, he's a
Exactly.
charlatan. Can't believe this guy.
But the good thing is most of my time my beard is glistening and it's shiny and I'm getting compliments on my beard all the time.
It
So
looks good.
the
Well,
perfect advert for it.
you say that your beard is quite challenging, but I think for a lot of people, it's having a consistent beard that's not patchy in places. And like you say, getting past that 2 week phase. I remember I had a real good run at a beard. I was making a film, so I wanted to get into that Spielberg Lucas beard phase, get focused. And I feel like when I grow a beard, I get really focused.
Yeah.
There's something that a beard does to a man that helps him channel his work. I still believe that. But after the film was done, after a month and a half, I said, I can't be living with this anymore. So, I mean, like I'm one of those numbers that basically gives up because it gets too itchy. So
Was it actually just too itchy for you though when it was at that point when it was fully grown, sitting on your
yeah,
face?
yeah, yeah. I mean, I have like I can let it run for a couple of weeks and then I'll start to get a little bit irritated with it. But that time when I was growing it, I had it for about 6 weeks. But I was determined to finish this film with a beard so that I could do some press shots and look like an I don't know. It was a weird time in my life, but I haven't got past the 2 week phase since.
When you did have a big beard, right? Were you using products? Did you have a grooming
No, oh
routine?
no, no. This was like,
Well, this is the problem. This is why you
yeah,
this is why you
I
gave
know.
up.
I'll tell you, what, I'm gonna send you some photos. So I think I've still got some photos of me with that beard. But yeah, I wasn't using anything. But this was, I don't know, this was probably like 12, 13 years ago, and this space wasn't anywhere near what it is today in terms of
Yeah.
men's grooming. In fact, that's a question for you. Do you find like the space now is like ready and waiting for more products for men to test and go through different regimes, or do you feel like it's just quite saturated and you found it
Oh,
tough to
not
get
at
in
all.
there?
I think the whole industry as a whole is in such an infancy stage because the the education and it isn't there, and it's not a natural process for most men. Just like you said, you grew out your beard and you weren't using any products,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But
No.
growing out your beard and using products should go hand in hand. As soon as you're growing out your beard, you should think, right, let me get some beard products so I can actually look after it. Because had you been using products every day and actually took care of it, it wouldn't have been itchy. It would have felt uncomfortable, and you probably would have kept it.
No.
But the problem is that people do it, they don't look after it, and then they wonder why they feel like shaving it off. But it's because you've not actually looked after it, Because
There's
the
a
thing
point.
is, you
It
got to
did.
remember, when you do grow like a beard, you then got a bunch of like a lot of skin underneath that hair that needs to actually be like looked after. Like, right now, if you put some moisturizer on your face, your skin's getting that directly. But if you're not using any products on your beard, the skin underneath your beard is going to be dry. And then
Uh,
you've got like new hair follicles trying to grow through that dry skin, and it's going to cause irritation. It's going to itch, and that's what happens with most people. So if you're, when you're not using products, you're not actually caring for the skin underneath, and that's what actually causes the irritation. It's not the hair; it's the skin underneath your beard,
yeah.
and that's what most people fail to realize. So that's why I think the industry is such an infancy stage because
Yeah.
the
People
the
like me
mind
don't
the
know it.
mindset the mindset isn't there yet. But
Mm.
slowly but surely, with the content that I put out, with the whole beard gang brotherhood that people feel a part of, is that then changes the mindset and the amount, like, all of my customers, the amount of people that come to me, I'll get people stop me in the street and like give me a high five and say, thank you so much for creating these products because you've changed my whole life.
Oh,
And it's a
nice.
real thing because when you're getting up every day and you're growing your beard out and you're using these products, it's a part of your daily life, part of your routine. And if you're using that thing every day and it's actually making your beard feel nice, people are complimenting your beard. Girls are touching your beard saying, oh, it feels soft, or they smell it and they go, oh, your beard smells so nice. And like
Mm.
these are like real feelings that people will get all down to the product that they're using. So the product and the brand is then associated with a good feeling, and that's what happens when you have a consistent routine. So right now, it's just my mission is to convert everyone that has a beard, because the problem I face is I'll see people with beards, and you think, oh, great, they'll be an easy sell. They're a hard sell, even though they've got a beard, because you're still stuck in their ways of not using anything.
Right.
So it's like, and then people that don't have a beard that like would love to grow one, they're skeptical because they've been sold a load of magical growth oils their whole life and nothing's worked.
Mm.
But my products genuinely work. They for people that are struggling to grow beards.
I got a question for you, Adam, and I want to I want to kind of phrase it delicately, but so are you with someone? Are you single? You got a partner?
Yeah.
You got a girlfriend, okay.
Yeah.
And I take it she has to be into beards.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
massively.
Was there, I guess, any stage where you were seeing someone and they're like, "Oh God, I really want to date you, but I don't like beards." And then you go, "Well, if you don't like beards, then we just can't run together." Do you know what I mean? Was there
No,
ever a compromise in any
it's
kind of?
never,
Because
never.
like growing up, all right, so I'm like mid 40s now. I always thought round about my 20s, it was about a 50-50 split, whether women like beards or not. I think, I don't know, don't let me put words in your mouth, but throughout like the last 5-10 years, especially as men have started to get into grooming a bit more and have been able to manage their beard a bit better, you know, women have become a bit more acceptable of men with beards in general, and that's why we might be seeing more beards out there. What say you?
I think it's become a lot more popular, definitely, because especially with social media, and you've got women outwardly saying they prefer these attractive traits on a man. You know,
Mm,
he must be over 6 foot, he must earn six figures, he must have a beard, all these kind of things, right? So men see this as something to strive towards.
mm.
Um,
I might
and
be able to
yeah,
get the beard. The other two, I mean, like, I'm like I'm free and
I
no on
think
that one.
I think more women prefer beards than dislike them, to be honest.
Hmm. Well, we've gone down some weird paths, but I enjoyed that. Thank you, Adam. Well, Beard, give the website a shout out, Adam, while you're there. Where can
Yeah,
people
so
find the
it's
products?
beardgangmembers.com.
Mm. And you hang around on Instagram?
Yeah, so active on all socials, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and the handle is Beard Gang Members for everything.
Nice. Okay. All right. Well, people should head over there and certainly seek out the products if they want something new, getting their beard on the go, especially if they've always thought about growing a beard like we discussed, but haven't found
Oh,
that right
exactly.
product yet.
And the next thing that I'm trying to revolutionize now is obviously the educating everyone on the benefits of grooming your beard every day is one thing. But now with this new product that I've developed, it's a on-the-go beard mist, which is actually this one here.
Mm.
And basically the idea of it is, for far too long, grooming, like men's grooming, has been confined to at-home use only. Women, on the other hand, if they're about to go on a hot date or they're doing something important, you'll go to the bathroom, they'll touch up their makeup. Their grooming process is on the go. Um, and that's something I'm introducing to men for the first time, really, and that's like an on-the-go grooming process for your beard.
Yeah.
So it's an oil water mixture, basically, and it sprays as a mist, just like
Great. Just
just like
spraying
that.
some there on camera. Oh, okay. So, and it's how that's like was it 100 mil, 200 mil there?
20 mil,
Oh,
20
20
mil.
mil.
So
Oh, wow.
it's small and portable to fit in
Yeah.
your pocket.
You can travel with
Um,
it, check it in.
yeah, it's trap
Yeah,
exactly.
go
It's
for it.
something that it's the kind of product that you won't want to leave the house without, and that's basically what I wanted to create. Something you make sure when you pick up your car keys, door keys, you pick up your beard mist as well, and your comb. You can't
Nice.
leave the house without it, right? You never
You're
know
all
when you need
set.
to quickly freshen up your beard
Give it some
and then give
love.
it a comb through.
Yeah. All right. I love that. All right, brilliant. Adam, great talking to you. Best of luck with the brand. Sounds like you're doing the Lord's work. We'll catch up with you soon.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Take it easy.
You've been listening to the Menswear Style podcast. Be sure to head over to menswearstyle.co.uk for more menswear content and email info@menswearstyle.co.uk if you would like to be a future guest on the show. Finally, please help support the show by leaving a review on iTunes or wherever you're listening to this podcast. Until next time.